Welcome to Around Town, featuring what's going on here in the greater Concord area. I'm your host, Dick Patton, with my director, Brian Blockton, and we're coming from the Immaculate Heart of Mary Parish Activity Center for our show today, and it doesn't seem possible by the time this show, I'm sure it's going to come on, but Labor Day is here. You know, it seemed like it was just Memorial Day, and now all of a sudden the summer holidays are just about gone. And football is now pretty much in full because the colleges have started up with last weekend, and baseball is on the downside now. You might as well say Red Sox are gone for this, as far as I'm concerned, they're gone for this year. But anyhow, but locally we have the 34th Annual Classic Car Show from the Kiwanis Club of Concord, and Chris Pappas, my longtime friend and mentor and buddy and everything else, co-Mr. Community here, is back again to promote it. And
we've been doing this for a long time.
You ever get tired of it?
No.
I don't either. I miss it. I really do. And you know, doing things like that, I mean, someone will say, "Gee, don't you ever get tired of this stuff?" No, I don't. Because I know as a kid how much we looked forward to these things. You know, we didn't have much money in our household, and boy, my folks, my mother and my aunt would take us kids to almost everything that was free downtown, or, you know, the fair when it was at the Concord Airport, or then down to the Highway Hotel. But you know, now you got your car show, and that's been going on 34 years this year. And
Dick, those are even in the days when the carnival came to town, or
oh, I know,
King Brothers Circus behind
God.
Kenniston's restaurant.
You had carnivals everywhere in Concord. The First National parking lot would have one down on Hall Street. Up there, Brits would have one in their parking lot. Kings would have one. I mean, they were everywhere from April through the trade fair.
Lane's Gas used to be on Loudon Road
Oh,
across by
the old Red Hat.
Merrimack River Bridge.
Yeah.
And they used to have the traveling carnival
Really?
out in the field behind Lane's Gas.
I know, it's just like, you know, and you always had 5 or 6 rides, and that was about it, but that was enough. You'd come in on Thursday, go home on Saturday or Sunday or whatever, and that was it. There was another one would come in. But now, you don't see them. Yours is about the only one that we'd have rides in now, because they all go to the fairs or someplace bigger. But
if we didn't have the fairs, we had Concord Drive-In.
yes, I know. Yep. And A&W Root Beer to come afterwards. You know, I can still think about going. We'd go to Kenniston's first, my mother and father would get that quart of clams and french fries, and all 4 of us would share it. And then over to the drive-in and park up there and put that speaker in your car. You know, it was a big thing to see a big screen out there and snack bar behind us. But you know, I've always wondered, I'd like to just, if I could ever drive out in it, just to see what's, I know the screen's gone, but see what is out there still.
It's all overgrown.
Oh, I know. Yep, and they keep rumors flying that sometime a big supermarket's going in there or something, but nothing ever does.
It's on the floodplain.
Yep.
So they'd have to bring in a lot of fill.
Somebody from Manchester owns that land, so that's what I heard. But, you know, it's amazing how things have changed, and, you know, but...
And we also had 65 spring fairs. The Kiwanis Spring Fair, but unfortunately we didn't have one this past spring.
And boy, that was sad.
So we'll try to fill the void with the 34th Annual Car Show.
And you know, you were probably one of the few car shows that was going on when that started. Now you pick up the paper and everybody's got a car show every weekend.
It's either a cruise night or a car show.
Yep,
They're everywhere.
They were, there was one the other day in the paper, had Salute the Troops with their classic car show. I don't know where it was. It was somewhere on the Meredith area or someplace. And I thought, my gosh, they're everywhere now. You know? And
If you have an old car, you usually flock to those shows.
Oh yes.
People love showing off their cars.
Oh yes. And boy, if you get near them, forget it. They'd yell at you. But I don't know. It's just, you know, you've done well with yours right after Labor Day, and you know, and that was the first unofficial event of fall or autumn. You know, it's
hard to believe summer's just about gone. Here we are, the end of August, and but the kickoff for the fall season is the car show.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't seem possible. Kids are back to school now. Or will be when the show is on. They'll be back in school. We never started to the Wednesday after Labor Day.
Right. And we went through the end of June sometime, depending on snow days.
Yeah. The problem now is that they've got so many teacher conferences that the kids don't get, and they get off of school, so they build them in. But we only had one day off, and that was for Teachers Convention in October. And that was it. You didn't have these conferences, you know, with people like they do nowadays. But I don't know. It's
unless it was a blizzard, they didn't call off.
No. Then you put
school.
WKXL on, or try to hear the fire whistle going off, you know, that says school closed or something. But back those, I can remember back when we were in when I was in Dame school, they were more lenient about closing schools if a big storm was in. Then all of a sudden we got into junior high or high school, and it was at the parents, you know, their decision, unless it was very bad. But then you go to school because you stayed home because of the storm. You got an unexcused absence. So you know it was crazy. But I wouldn't drive a school bus in these snowstorms. No way. Ooh, no way. Not from these back roads. But no, it doesn't. And I was seeing a picture in the paper about the Concord High band was practicing up there at Memorial Field the other day. They had a picture in the monitor.
Yeah, with their week-long band camp.
Yeah, and their football season starts next week, and you know, so I mean, it doesn't seem possible. You know, that's one thing I never went to when I was in high school was a football game. I just never went. You know, we were down to our camp in York, Maine until usually the 1st of October, but I don't know, I never was part of the crowd, I guess, that went, you know, in school that went to the games. Never thought about it. So, but now it's a big deal.
Football and car shows.
Yeah, there you go. And hopefully next year the fair. But
I will tell you that last year we had 290 cars. The previous year we had 291 cars, so we missed it by a single car.
Yeah, but you were over 300 back when I was helping you do registration. 330, I remember.
Yeah, the biggest was 330.
Yeah, I remember that year.
That's a lot of cars.
It is, a lot of cars.
We use every square foot that we can use in the field.
Yeah, and you're getting pretty much closed over there too. You know, but it's been a good place for you.
Well, being our 34th, the first one, of course, was where the planetarium is now. Yeah. Those were our first three.
Yeah.
Then we moved over to the soccer field. Then they moved us into the quad.
I remember that. That's where I was.
And then the quad, now we're in the big field by the tennis courts.
Yeah.
Which is a big field. And we fill it.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Well, between the 21 classes of cars, if you've got an old car, we'll find a slot for you somewhere.
Oh, I know it. Yep, I know. And what makes me laugh is because I know they claim anything 25 years or older is an antique, but gee, now you're up to what, 1990?
94.
94.
You can get antique plates on a 1994 car. Hard to believe.
I know it.
Hard to believe.
So Saturday, September 7th, starting at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and rain date on the 8th on Sunday.
Yeah, luckily we won't need the rain date.
Hope not. September, spectators $3 per person, under 12 free. And the food trailer starts serving coffee and donuts at 7:30. Hot dog, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, soft drinks, 50-50 raffle, must be present to win. All from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Free parking, restrooms, vendors with displays, giant raffle, and the drawings begin at 1:15.
We have 100 items that,
That's good.
with a raffle.
Good.
A lot of gift certificates, dinners for two, a lot of
Yeah.
oil changers.
Yeah,
So we have a big raffle.
that's good.
And for the club, that's one of the major money makers. So we encourage people to buy a lot of tickets
Oh, yeah.
because your chances are very good you're gonna win something.
Yeah, early to 1932 is your first class, and all the way up through. I love to see those, I still say. The 1957 Chevrolet Bel Airs, I love to see those cars. And it's just something about that 57. I don't know what it is.
55, 6, and 7. Those 3 years are pretty good.
But the 57 had those
cars.
taillights or something, and I don't know. It was just,
Had a tall fin to it.
yeah, yeah.
And the gas filler was behind the taillight. You had to
Oh, really?
flip the
Oh,
taillight
for gosh
to
sake.
put gas in.
Isn't that a riot? And the Corvairs, I mean, how was it different? The trunk in the front, you know, it was like, that was different. How could they
That
ever?
was quite a car till Ralph Nader got to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was because my aunt owned a Corvair. And then they were gone. They never brought them back either. Never brought them back.
No,
DeSoto, remember that brand? And that was what? Who made that? Plymouth
Chrysler.
or Chrysler? Yeah.
It was part of Chrysler.
Oldsmobile's gone. You don't see that one anymore.
Yeah, too bad. Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Plymouth, DeSoto.
I thought Pontiac
Imperial.
was still being made. No,
No, they're gone.
really. Yeah, I like the Pontiac. That was good. But Buick is still out there. Plymouth was gone too, right? Yeah, that's
Gone.
Yeah. Gee. Now,
We have quite a few of them in the show, though. Plymouth Belvedere's,
yeah,
between the Roadrunners, Dodge Chargers. There's a lot of Chrysler, what they call the Mopar class.
but what about the? I was on the tip of my tongue. No, I can't think. Oh, what about the Lincoln Mercury? I know the Mercury's gone, but the Lincoln Continental, they still making
Still
them?
strong,
They are still making Lincoln.
yeah.
Who's got them in Concord?
State Motors in Manchester is the closest.
So Concord doesn't have a Lincoln
No.
deal anymore.
Gone.
Jeez.
Kind of hard to survive with an expensive model, only being able to sell one model car like a Lincoln. But State Motors does very well with it.
Hmm.
And between the used car lot, their car wash, they seem to be very successful.
Cadillac is still going.
Strong.
Yeah. That's something, huh?
And we have so many foreign cars, we don't have enough fingers and toes.
Oh, I know. Yes, I know. Yeah.
But the old reliable Fords and Chevrolets, American made,
Yeah.
even though a lot of the foreign cars are still made
Mazda,
here in the U.S.
Mazda and Nissan and Toyota and
Plenty
Kia.
of 'em.
Kia, oh boy. I mean, you go up down Manchester Street, I don't know how in the world they sell cars. I don't get it. And then that Mike's Auto on Manchester Street has a huge place out there in Chichester.
Yes,
On
he
Route
does.
4. I couldn't believe it.
Where do they get all these
I
vehicles?
don't know. Don't ask me. They must go to car auctions or something to get them. I know Carlson's does. They go to auctions in Connecticut and a few other places to get them for them. But yeah,
Well, if you want to see 300 cars in one place, go to the car show.
yeah,
September 7th,
I know it.
down at
Yeah.
the tech school.
Yeah,
Tech school has been very good to us. We support the paramedic program with a
yes,
lot
you
of our
have for
proceeds.
many years.
We've bought a lot of equipment. they've treated us well, and we've treated the tech school
Right. Yep.
very well.
What about the Edsel? That was one that we didn't see much of after.
That was made in late 57, 58, 59.
Yeah.
Last Edsel was in 60.
Oh, really?
So that was a short failure on Ford's part.
Oh, really? They made the Edsel, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Named after Edsel Ford.
Oh, for gosh sakes. Then there was another one, there was one year down to a Studebaker. That was another one. We had a Studebaker. I was afraid to ride in it because somebody in the back seat had got a fire by somebody before my father got it. And you could still have that smell in there. And it's like,
We have about 30, maybe 35 Studebakers that attend our car show. Quite an array of Avantis, Studebaker Lark, the Presidential Series.
oh yeah, Lark, I remember them.
They're a great club. They support us, and we support them too.
Packard. Wasn't that a big car?
Yeah,
That's the one I was thinking of. That reminded me a lot of a Cadillac. It was a Packard, long one. Long, big car.
yeah, that was in the 57, 58, 59.
Really? Goodness.
Not many Packards out there though. The ones that do have them, they're usually in pristine shape.
Yeah.
A lot of off-frame restorations. People have spent a lot of money restoring the Packards. The Chrysler Imperial.
Yeah, that's right, Chrysler Imperial, I remember that. Huh. Then of course you got your trucks there and all them, and they come in. Yeah, it's amazing, and you still see a few Model A or Model Ts, but
Model Ts seem to be getting scarcer and scarcer. Model A's is enough for those around, and a lot of them have made hot rods out of them. But that's a very popular Ford.
well, what was the difference between a Model A and Model T?
Well, the Model Ts were in the teens going into the middle 20s.
Oh.
Then the Model A came out in 25, 26.
Oh.
So if you see it, most popular is like a 31, 32 Model A.
Didn't Chuck Averill own a Model, one of those?
He had a Model T.
He had a Model T.
Had an old Model T.
I can remember him in the old-fashioned Bargain Days parade we used to have for classic cars. I remember him in there.
Well, those are also in the days when we had a lot of cars in the parade. It was an hour-long parade, very costly to us,
Yep.
but that was a good kickoff
Yeah.
for the
to
spring
your
fair.
Yeah, it was.
So now instead of having the parade down Main Street, we have the car show. The car show originally started out when we had 3 years of canoe races down the Merrimack at the Everett Arena.
I remember those. Yep.
And looking for something different when Ken Jordan and his Camaro, Charlie Averill had his Model T, and I had my old 37 Pontiac.
I haven't seen Ken Jordan. How is he doing these days?
Doing well. He's in Florida now, relocated.
Oh, he's living down there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
That's one state I have no interest in living in. Bad enough to go visit it, especially in the summertime, but
a
never
lot of
again.
nice old cars down there, Dick.
Oh, I'm sure all the retirees are down there with them.
They brought their old cars and new cars with them.
Yep.
They have talk about car shows. Every weekend there's a car show somewhere.
Isn't that something?
Big car show festival, car shows. If you're really into cars and want to buy or sell, that's the place to be.
I don't know. Now you have you still have the People's Choice Award on here.
We have the best of show, and those people vote on the car that they think is the best.
Yeah.
Last year, I believe, we had a Corvette that was an off-frame restoration. It had a painted hood on the inside, It was quite a classic.
Hmm.
And that was the best of show.
Wow.
Previous year was a '67 Mustang,
Huh.
a Mark II. So people with Mustangs seem to also come out of the woodwork too.
Oh
We
yeah.
don't see a lot of them on the road, although the Mustang's a popular car, so isn't the Camaro. But that first generation of cars, going into the '60s and '70s. Shelby Cobra, last year we had 7 Cobras, of which 3 of them were the original. Those are aluminum bodies, very fast, open top, and some of those cars sell for over $1 million in the car auctions. So if you watch TV and watch the Mecum auctions, some of those cars go for a good penny.
Yeah.
What they do with those cars after they buy them for $500,000 or $1 million, maybe they put them in their dining room or in their living room and watch them.
Oh, I'm
I
sure.
wouldn't dare drive it on the road.
No, I wouldn't either. No, I wouldn't either.
I don't think too many insurance companies would be insuring a $1 million Shelby Cobra.
Now, what was it? Another thing is, like, we used to have the beach wagon, then it became as the ranch wagon, then the station wagon. Now they're gone, right?
Those names are gone.
Yeah.
If you had a '47 Ford Woody wagon, that was real wood.
Yeah.
On the side.
Yeah.
51 Ford.
So what was the difference between a beach wagon and nothing really? Is it because
Just the name.
beach wagon?
They
So it was
just changed
basically
the name.
beach. Oh, that's something.
Then Scotch came out with imitation wood paneling.
Yeah.
Where they just unpeeled the paper, stuck it on. Looked like wood, didn't feel like wood.
We
And
used
then
to.
you had to watch out because the corners would peel
Yeah.
and you had to glue it back on.
We used to own we used to own station wagons because we had all the kids or the dogs or going to camp and stuff. My father always had in later years had station wagons, but then they got smaller. But so it's amazing how the car industry has changed.
The
so
big
much.
Buick LeSabre wagon, the big Ford wagons that we had, Galaxy 500s.
Yeah.
Those big cars are gone. Everybody's got an SUV now.
Oh, I know. Even
You've
the van.
got one, I've got one.
Even the vans are kind of, well, they're still out there, but you don't see too many minivans either like
Yeah.
you used to.
Even the police department is in Ford Explorers. All-wheel drive.
Remember how they downsized the cruisers? Now they're back up to these big things, and it's like the gas. I can't imagine the gas they use.
They're actually very fuel efficient.
They are.
Yes.
Now, did you see in the news the other day about that guy driving a car down the road and he was sleeping?
He was in a Tesla.
Yeah, yeah,
Fell asleep while
Yeah.
driving.
yeah.
Did they wake him up?
Yeah, somebody woke him up. But I don't know, but I'm telling you, I personally would not want to be in a car that drives by itself. No, thank you. I want to have control of that wheel. I mean.
I want to have control of the car.
Yeah, I mean, gee. I just can't imagine it. How they could do that. I mean, they said, somebody with bad eyesight could, just get behind. I just would not. To me, it's a big liability, a big chance doing that. But
The guy that was following alongside of the Tesla, why wasn't he blowing the horn and waking him up?
Yes, I tried to, but I don't know. I got him awake, but I know myself. I fell asleep at the wheel twice. Once on a honeymoon, and then coming back from the delivery head, and it scared the living crap out of me. But you just didn't. It happened so fast. The sun was blazing in. And, well, we're getting there. We've got 3 minutes left before we close it out. But We wish you well. Again, we want to mention that Grapponi and Sanel are two of the big sponsors down there for the car show.
They have been with us right from the very beginning.
Well, you were Mr. Grapponi for how many years down there, Chris? I remember that's when I first
37.
met you. You were down there selling cars.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah, you were.
Well retired, and now we devote a lot of time to the car show.
Yeah. And traveling. You're on cruises a lot and stuff.
Do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, well, that's good. You can what you
Now's the time to do it.
Well, you can. That's right. So, but no, I wish you extremely well, and hopefully Mother Nature will give you the best sunshine, autumn day, and not too chilly down there, but just a nice day. So.
The mornings when we get there at 6 in the morning, it's kind of damp, kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as the sun comes up, it's a great day.
Yeah. Wake those kids up. I'll never forget that year that the radio station was there and blaring the music. Oh my gosh, those kids up ahead of it. Well, anyway, we're coming to a close, but good luck, Chris, and again, all your efforts that you and Tom and all them do down there, and I'm not sure who else is helping me these days, but Chuck
The whole club.
Yeah, so good luck, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon, and you have a great day, and enjoy the fall, and
Great, thanks for having me on the show, and see everybody at the car show September 7th.
That's good, good.
Thank you.
I'm your host, Dick Patton. We've been visiting with Chris Pappas from the Concord Kiwanis Club, and don't forget the 34th Annual Antique and Classic Car Show, Saturday, September 7th. Have a great day.